YouTube is full of videos about good knives. It's full of videos about bad knives. It's high time that someone makes a video about weird knives. This is 3 Weird Knives, and I'm your host, JJJinks!
Let's get weird.
Welcome to a very special episode of 3 Weird Knives. We're in my backyard, just shooting some videos, and for this episode, I am going to need a pumpkin. Yes, because it is October after all. We will begin with these. Now, I know it's 3 weird knives. I'm going to count this as one because they're very, very similar. I spotted these on kind of a new Amazon feature called Haul, I think. Mm-hmm. It's basically like, my understanding is it's stuff that's like marked really heavily down, like on clearance, but it's from local warehouses. So the stuff ships pretty quickly. Like I ordered these and they showed up the same day. Wasn't really expecting that. We'll each open one. And then I'll talk about what makes them a bit strange.
Okay. The brand is Elk Ridge.
Elk Ridge, which I think I recognize, like, I've gotten quite a few things from Elk Ridge from Bud K, so it's just cheap Chinese-made stuff.
So this has a goat with the dreaded number 666.
Yes, and I too have a knife that has, I think that's a ram's head.
Oh, it might be a ram.
And the number 666 with what looks like marble, but it's like bloody.
Yes, I have the same.
So these are just built
Blip, blip, blip.
acrylic scales. So you see right through it, and they just slip a couple of prints of whatever. I spotted these. I'm like, how strange. There's a ton of knives that are themed after different religions.
Mm-hmm. Like
Case put out, I think a year ago, maybe earlier this year, a series. It's like a very neat color of scale. It's almost like a pastel green, and I really like the color. But the shield on it is an ichthus, and I'm really not into religion. So I got 2 of them. I don't know how many there are. I just spotted the 2. One of them, the one that Tiger is holding, is just a simple lock back drop point knife. This one is a canoe configuration. So it's a slip joint knife with 2 blades. The fit and finish is pretty terrible. There's no blade play on the canoe knife anyway. But you can tell it's just rough stamped metal. It's Elk Ridge. Does it cut? It stabs.
it stabs.
Good enough. It's kind of just one of those things that you never see. A demon-oriented knife. Within the Christian mythology, of course. It's not a bad look. I like the blood marble. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool. It would be even cooler if it was like really if there was marble where some mineral or something put red streaks in it. I'm sure maybe that is a thing. That would be kind of cool. And I applaud that. I kind of want to see more, out there designs like that. Like you can get tons of Trump knives. Have you ever seen an Obama knife? I have. There's like 2 of them. Same thing. Tons of knives with religious iconography. I would argue this is also religious iconography, but not this flavor. For the next weird knife, I picked also from the Amazon. Actually, all of these came from the Amazon haul or whatever it is. So this next knife is also, I chose it because of its artwork. So you know how starting, I guess it was in the 90s, maybe a little earlier, the fashion trend of distressed looking clothes. And it was kind of a thing people made fun of, like, oh, if jeans with rips and holes in them were fashionable, I would have had a lot of those. Too bad I threw them out. So this is kind of like a knife version of that.
Oh.
This knife is made by M-Tech, one of my favorite gas station brands, which is a subsidiary, I've learned, of Master Cutlery. Also makes a lot of great gas station knives.
Almost looks like a rusty, bloody knife.
So that's what it's going for. It's got a print on the exterior of rusty metal. So it's made to look rusted out on purpose. So you can disguise it along with a bunch of other rusty things, and it's like, haha, this one's actually not rusted out, but it is M-Tech. So a couple of notable things. In addition to the foul rust, there's also these large black portions that it's kind of printed to look like a faded carbon fiber, which is weird because carbon fiber doesn't really fade like that. You got a double lanyard slot thing spacer in the back. It's not comfortable because, well, it just isn't. The pocket clip has 2 screws, quite a bit of tension. It's not deep ride, and as you saw, the assisted open mechanism doesn't go very far. That is the coil spring style. There is a little bit of coloration to the hardware. It's kind of a dull, coppery look, which I think does complement the rusty look pretty well. The lockup's alright, if you get it there. There is a very general kind of handle design in a lot of knives where the shape of it kind of swells, gets wider towards the bottom. Those kinds of knives I find, for the most part, to be very uncomfortable and awkward to hold. There are exceptions, few notable exceptions. And I could go on and on about it, but this is one of those knives where it has a very exaggerated swelling. But that's not the reason why I got it to include in this weird knife video. No, the reason it drew me in was because of a feature on the blade. And it's also really fucking big. So this is a blue aluminum anodized scaled knife. It says QEP on it. And the design in the scales it's got knurling and then like a swoop where it flattens out. And it's got a little carabiner style clip thing on the back. I will allow you to determine what makes this move.
I don't know yet. Oh. What the heck is that?
Good question.
What is that?
I don't really know, but there's like a rectangular piece sort of augmented into the blade, and the blade's got a few segments to it. You have that part way out at the tip, which is a very obtusely ground straight edge, and then below the feature you have a serrated edge, which is only cut on a single side. Now, this knife was advertised for use with like drywall, and that thing in the blade is for scoring, meaning you kind of make a mark on the drywall, I guess. And then supposedly this tip, cutting edge, is made so that it's just deep enough to mostly cut through the drywall, and then you basically snap it. What do you think?
Completely and utterly useless, I think.
Completely and utterly useless. Why don't we try?
Now, the pumpkin has been out here, but I have to put a lot of... That is not sharp at all.
Well, it's cut at a very wide angle. good enough for drywall, I guess. I don't have any drywall to try it on, but
You can stab it here, up here.
yeah, that's like I said, it's made for cutting like drywall and stuff, and the scoring thing.
The scoring thing is that. Okay.
So the scoring thing cuts the pumpkin pretty well
It cuts it better than
than the actual.
the actual knife.
Oh, if you stab hard enough,
If you stab hard enough.
it can go all the way in. But that's a pumpkin.
It is pumpkin.
And then the serrated part. Now, about the swelling in the handle. You see how huge it gets back here?
Mm-hmm.
If you just hold it, it is so uncomfortable.
It's beyond uncomfortable.
Even if you have like thick gloves on, that's not comfy.
When I decorate my pumpkin later, I'm gonna have to incorporate all these stab wounds somehow. Oops. So, if I was to choose my favorite, it'd probably be one of these if it was for decoration. But for actual use, probably this one because it just seems more sturdy.
I agree. If I had to pick one for the looks, it would be one of the demon knives. If I had to pick one of these to actually use, I know M-Tech well enough that I know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a cheap knife, but functional. And that's all you need sometimes. Thanks for joining me on another episode of 3 Weird Knives. Happy Halloween!